There are tons of reptiles that are super cute, just like this leopard gecko right here, but some others are really creepy. Today we're going to be going over the 5 spookiest reptiles that you can own. Halloween special. Cue the intro. Number 5, this one isn't necessarily spooky or creepy really, it's just more odd and some people might be scared by it, I guess. It is the frilled lizard, also known as the Chlamydosaurus kingi. So basically it's more like an angrier, scarier bearded dragon. It is an agamid lizard, so same family as the bearded dragon. Just like the bearded dragon, it displays its anger with a wide open mouth. And just like the bearded dragon, it can run on 2 legs, but it also has this incredible defense mechanism called the frill. And it gives it its name, basically. It is basically a flap of skin that is linked with cartilage bones all around the neck, and it expands as the lizard gets threatened, and basically it makes it look much bigger than it actually is. This tactic, of course, inspired the Dilophosaurus from Jurassic Park, but we're actually not even sure if they even had a frill, and that venom shooting thing that they do is definitely not accurate. Also, frilled lizards don't do that. Moving on to number 4, thorny devil, also known as the Moloch horridus, also known commonly as the mountain devil. It is the only species out of the Moloch family, and its only close relative is the horned lizards from America. But this one is actually from Australia and can grow up to 8.3 inches in length and can live 15 to 20 years. Now, I don't know about you, but if I was a predator, I would for sure think twice about biting down on that spiky thing. It looks like it would be a very unpleasant experience for your gums as well as your teeth. That's probably the reason why it doesn't really get messed with in the wild. Moving on to number 3, we've got a weird one this time. It's not quite spooky, it's more creepy, and it's called Bipes biporus in Latin, but its common name is the Mexican mole lizard. It's also commonly called the 5-toed worm lizard, and it is pinkish. It looks like a worm, but it's got 2 little arms right there. It evolved without ears in order to dig more efficiently and not have dirt in its ears, and it is a really weird example of how life can evolve. So basically these guys, they don't get much longer than 8 inches, and they're kind of like a worm in circumference, not much bigger than 6-7 millimeters in circumference. Although it only has front limbs, it does have vestigial bones for their back limbs, and they are visible through x-rays. The Mexican mole lizard is found in the states of Baja California, Baja Sur, Guerrero, and Chiapas, Mexico. This animal is an opportunistic carnivore which will devour anything like ants, termites, small insects, and also small lizards. They can lose their tail and they don't grow them back, but they will use them to plug up the hole right behind them as they burrow, so that the predator can't follow them. Come on. Oh my god. Number 2 is the only animal on this list that can actually hurt you. It's called the Mexican beaded lizard, Heloderma horridum, and it is one of only 2 venomous lizards on the planet. The only other one is called the Gila monster, and it's actually a cousin of the same genus. But the Mexican beaded lizard is actually much bigger than the Gila monster. Adult beaded lizards range from 57 to 91 centimeters, that's 22 to 36 inches in length. They get much bigger than Gila monsters, which can only reach up to 22 inches, that's 56 centimeters. Actually almost double the size when you think about it. Their habitats range from deserts to tropical forests. In the wild, these lizards are only active from April to mid-November, and they only spend about an hour a day outside. The animals in the Heloderma genus are actually under threat. They're being hunted almost every day because of some superstitions, like they can make lightning strike, they can make a mother miscarry their baby by even looking at it, or they're more venomous than a rattlesnake, which is completely untrue. Moving on to the number 1 scariest reptile on our list, Phrynosoma cornutum, the horned lizard. Now there's a very interesting reason why I put these guys in number 1 spot. It's because they have one of the most unique defense mechanisms in the wild. They can squirt blood from their eyes for up to 5 feet. That is 1.5 meters away that you have to be in order not to get that foul tasting blood inside of your orifices. It's widely known that it's a deterrent to felines and canines, which are some of their top predators. Out of the 21 species of horned lizards, 15 of them are in the United States, and 8 of them can actually squirt blood from their eyes. These are the 8. And 3 of them can't. They do this by restricting the blood flow to their head, therefore it makes some of their capillaries burst. Capillaries are very small blood vessels inside of your body, and they can burst if there's too much blood pressure in it. While it was previously thought that a separate organ took care of the deterrent inside of the blood, it's actually now found that the blood is naturally deterring to predators. It's gonna taste foul and it's gonna smell horrible. Now, the Texas horned lizard has disappeared in almost half of its geographic range. His declines are due to loss of habitats, extermination of ants which it eats, displacement of the ant populations by invading fire ants, and being preyed on by domestic dogs and cats. Now, I know what you're saying. A lizard that size really doesn't look that scary. But if you had no idea that it could squirt blood out of its eyes, and you were just walking along a path on a hike or something, and you stumbled upon it, and you wanted to pet it, and it just squirted a line of blood right in your face, wouldn't you be freaked out? I'm pretty sure I would. Now there it goes. I hope that you guys enjoyed this Halloween special #1. Now there will be a couple, I'm not gonna lie to you. We do have it planned to be a spooky month here at Mystic Animals. My name is Matt. Peace. Thank you so much for checking out this video, everybody. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button, and if you really loved it, why don't you subscribe? It's free, you know?